welcome to Swahili Kingdom. Hamjambo, karibuni katika Swahili Kingdom. And today we are going to learn about the interrogative P, interrogative suffix P, which means which one or which ones. Interrogative suffix P. Have you ever had someone say kitu kipi, kivipi, kalamu ipi, kitabu kipi, wapi? Okay, so first let's start with the five common Swahili question words that you need to know, especially if you are starting Swahili. You need to know nani, who, nini, what, lini, when, kwa nini or kwa sababu gani, but kwa nini is much easier. Kwa nini, why, and wapi, where. Those 5 are very important before you start knowing about the interrogative P suffix. Okay. So the interrogative P suffix, here I have a PDF that is going to help you if you are not going to understand like most of the things in this video, or if you want to have your own studies offline. You can download this PDF. It has a table that shows each noun class, because this interrogative P, the interrogative suffix P, depends on the noun class that you are working on. Okay, like Swahili, most of the time it depends on the noun class. Let me tell you that simply, that Swahili depends on the noun class. For example, when you are talking about the our noun class, you are going to say mtu yupi, mtu yupi. But when you are talking about the kivi noun class, you are going to say kitabu kipi, kitabu kipi. If you don't know much about noun classes, don't worry. I have done videos on noun classes in this channel, okay? And I have playlists about noun classes. You can go through. There are even recent videos on noun classes that I have added something. I have given you some tips. You can go through them, okay? Okay, so now let's start with the P. P is both used in singular and plural. Remember, P is a suffix, interrogative suffix. So we start with the noun class. The noun class is the prefix, and then P is used as a suffix. Let's see how P forms an interrogative when attached to the noun class. For example, I've talked about the our noun class. The our noun class, it's simply talks about people or living things, not just people, because animals are not people, but they are living things. They belong to the our noun class. So our simply talks about living things. So in the our noun class, for example, you are going to say mtu huyu. No, huyu is a demonstrative. Sorry. So you are going to say mtu yupi, mtu yupi, and the plural is going to be watu wepi. Watu wepi, watu wepi. Or sometimes people say watu wapi, but it is more prudent to use watu wepi. Okay? So mtu yupi, watu wepi. Then when you go to the kivi noun class, kivi noun class is a noun class that I'm just giving a simple description. It's a noun class that most of its noun starts with ki in singular and v in plural. But there's a lot more in the kivi noun class that I have not said. If you want to know more about it, kindly go watch it here. Okay, so for instance, we have kikombe. We are going to say kikombe kipi, which cup? Kikombe kipi. Vikombe vipi, vikombe vipi. Kipi vipi. Then we are going to go to the mi noun class, which is sometimes called ngelia ti, ti. Okay, sometimes the mi noun class has a lot of trees in it. It has some body parts. So I don't have a clear way of describing this noun class, but just know most of the time its singular starts with m and plural mi. For example, mti, miti. Okay, so today we are going to use mguu. Mguu upi to miguu ipi. Mguu upi, miguu ipi. The noun class is sometimes called the u-i noun class. Okay, why? Because in a sentence it uses u in singular and e in plural, or I in plural. Then let's go to the G-ma noun class. The G-ma noun class. So in the G-ma noun class, the G-ma noun class actually talks about noun classes that have a ma in plural. A ma in plural most of the time. For example, the word or the noun gino, a tooth. Gino, it becomes meno, but that one is an irregular noun. Gino, meno. Let's see something like gari becomes magari. Okay? Okay? That's just a clue of the G-ma noun class. So there's a lot more again about the G-ma noun class. So you're going to say garilipi, garilipi, and magariepi, magariepi. And you can also say magaryapi. Garilipi, magariepi. Okay? Then we go to the noun class. Noun class, which is sometimes called the easy noun class. Easy noun class. Why? Because it's singular in a sentence. Starts with I and plural Z. And why is it called the noun class? Because most of its nouns have N in singular and N in plural. An example is nyumba. Nyumba becomes nyumba. Nyumba singular, nyumba plural. So we are going to say nyumba ipi and nyumba zipi. Nyumba ipi, nyumba zipi. Then we have the uzi noun class. Uzi noun class. Why is it called the uzi noun class? Because singular sentences starts with u, plural sentences starts with z. Let's use ukuta. Ukuta. Ukuta umebomoka. Ukuta is a wall. Ukuta umebomoka. So it becomes kuta zimebomoka. And then we say ukuta upi, kuta zipi. Ukuta upi, kuta zipi. Then let's go to the noun class. Noun class. Noun class uses nouns that don't have a plural. Nouns that are just general. For example, and specifically nouns that are made from verbs. Okay? Or nouns that are made from other nouns. For example, when you get the verb kuchoka. Kuchoka creates a noun uchovu. Uchovu. So uchovu is an noun class. Uchovu is like fatigue or tiredness. Kuchoka is to be tired. Okay? So uchovu. You can say uchovu upi in singular and then in plural uchovu upi because it doesn't have a plural nor it only has a singular. Uchovu, uchovu. Then we have the ku. The ku is used for infinitives, one thing, and the other thing is used for gerunds. Swahili gerunds must have a ku. For example, when you say kuandika, it can mean to write or writing. To write, it can be ninapenda kuandika. Ninapenda kuandika. The verb kuandika there can mean to write or writing. You can be saying, I like to write or I like writing. So Swahili gerunds have ku. Ku makes infinitives or gerunds. Okay? And it doesn't have a plural or a singular. You cannot put an infinitive in plural. And you cannot put a gerund in plural. So you are going to say, kuandika kupi. Kuandika kupi. For example, kuandika kupi kunapendeza. Which way of writing is pleasing? Kuandika kupi kunapendeza. Kuandika kupi kunapendeza. Then we've just talked about the pa, ku, mu noun class. So let's start with pa. Pa. Papi. Papi. Or you are going to say pepi. Mahali pepi panavutia. Mahali pepi panavutia. And when you go to ku, you are going to use kupi. Kupi ni kuzuri. Kupi ni kuzuri. Okay? And when you have we are going to use mpi. Remember, they don't have a plural. They are locatives. So, mpi mnapendeza. Humu ndani mnapendeza. Mpi mnapendeza. So we've talked about kupi and papi or pepi and mpi. Remember the 5 Swahili question words that I've said. We have nani, who, nini, what, lini, when, kwa nini, or kwa sababu gani. Kwa nini is easier. Kwa nini, why, and wapi, where. Remember, wapi is among the 5 question words in Swahili, but it is not in the interrogatives. You can use wapi with any noun, okay? It doesn't have to be in the noun class like the ones that we have just done. For example, ni mtoto yupi analala? Ni mtoto yupi analala? Ni mtoto yupi analala? Unapenda matunda yapi? Unapenda matunda yapi? Utanunua nyumba ipi? Utanunua nyumba ipi? Ni mti upi ulianguka? Ni mti upi ulianguka? Ni kiti kipi kitaanguka? Ni kiti kipi kitaanguka?